Hi, this is Brandon Smalley from thirstgym.com. Today we're talking about an exercise called the deficit push-up. This is a great push-up variation you can use in your training programs to increase range of motion, increase time and retention, and make the traditional push-up a little bit more challenging if you got a client or athlete that needs to make the push-up a little bit harder and you still want to get some good horizontal pressing in. I'm a good fan of push-ups for any kind of overhead athletes. That way we get the scapula to come around the rib cage and upwardly rotate. There's some really good things behind the push-up. We've got a lot of different push-up variations that we use. This one's great for probably more of an advanced athlete or trainee that can just knock out numerous push-ups. This is also a great way to get a good stretch on the pecs if you're looking for that as well, if you're into some different hypertrophy or bodybuilding based stuff. So to do this very simply, you're probably going to want a pair of kettlebells or plates to put your hands on. So I've got both here. I've got a pair of 10-pound plates and a pair of 10-pound kettlebells. And we're going to talk about the little bit of differences there are between them, but really you're going to be looking for the stretch aspect in this exercise. So I'm going to show you on the kettlebells first. So we're going to get in a standard push-up position, but we're going to put our hands on the handles of the kettlebells. Get your hands in a good position that are right around shoulder width, a little bit wider. You can adjust the kettlebells to fit the handle position that you prefer. I prefer something that's about 35 to 45 degree angle. That way it mimics my basic push-up for me. We do not want them to where our hands are completely pronated and we're going down like this. We want some kind of option to be able to get the hands internally rotated. That way it feels a little bit better. I'm sorry, externally rotated. That way it feels a little bit better on our shoulder. So, again, this is my position I'm choosing. I'll be up in my good push-up position. Pelvis tucked underneath me. I'm going to come down. Good stretch. Back up. Good stretch. Back up. So notice with the handles, I'm able to create a good deficit and get very deep compared to my regular push-up. If I was going to be in that exact same position, I basically hit 90 degrees and I stop, which is nothing wrong with that. It's a good push-up, but we can increase time and retention with the kettlebells. So you're going to get a pretty big stretch with the kettlebells. The other option is you can use 10-pound plates, which is a much more subtle deficit. And you're also not going to have your hands supported on anything. So, if you want to mimic a barbell sport, powerlifting, strongman, something like that, the kettlebells might be better so we have all that stacked. The push-up, obviously we've got that wrist pulled back. We could have some potential wrist problems with this, so just keep that in mind if that's something you're looking for. Also, the deficit here for the 10-pound plates is nothing compared to what they are with the kettlebells, but otherwise, hands just come in normal position. I'm going to drop my body, touch the ground, back. So as you can see, there's nothing really elaborate about this. We just want to make sure the body stays good and straight. We're in a good quality push-up position. The elbows aren't flaring out. We're getting full press and all the way back down. We're getting a full range of motion. Obviously with the kettlebells, it's going to be much harder to touch the ground. It's entirely okay. I personally prefer the kettlebells, but really as long as you find any implement that's going to let you get your hands into a deficit, you're probably going to be good. So you could use DC blocks or any kind of jerk blocks, anything you've got in your facility that'll let you create that little bit of deficit between 2 and 4 inches. You obviously need something a little bit more aggressive with a kettlebell. When we program these, anywhere from 2 to 4 sets, and based upon the design of the exercise, we're probably just going to say max reps, and then if we start getting athletes under the 20-30s, we're probably going to ditch this and find a way to make the push-up harder. I like this for a finisher for most of my barbell athletes, but if you're working with a regular personal training client or a sports performance athlete, this is just a great way to perform some push-ups and increase that range of motion and make that movement pattern much more difficult for them. So if you got any questions, feel free in the comment section. Thanks. Have a great day.